Folks, Michael Prescott here again with Pinnacle Mobility Scooters on behalf of Bill and Amy. I'd like to welcome you back. This is one of our diagnosis training videos. We hope it's helpful and gives you information that could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Today I'd like to talk to you about the Pride Go-Go scooter. There's many versions of it, from the Go-Go Travel Elite, the Go-Go Sport, which you see right here, and you have the 3-wheel and the 4-wheel version. Today we're going to use the Go-Go Sport. The main difference on this, first off, it is the most desirable scooter on the market, bar none. It's light, it's easy, it breaks down into 5 small lightweight pieces, easily fits into the trunk of your car for transportation. The thing that makes this scooter amazing is the front tires. If you notice, they're as wide in the front as they are in the rear. Why that's important is it does really well outdoors in light sand or gravel areas without sinking into the tires. So this is a very compact, ultralight scooter that's easy to transport in your car, and again, the most desirable. These scooters retail new for between $1,700 and $2,300. So if you want a brand new one, come on in and see us. Absolutely, Bill and Mary give you a great price, and they also offer used, hardly touched, beautifully reconditioned scooters. But today we're going to talk about diagnosis. One of the most common problems on the Go-Go scooter, whether it be the 3 or the 4-wheel, the Elite Traveler, the Go-Go Sport, is what we call 5-beep codes. And what that is, when you turn the key on your scooter, it beeps, whether it be 1 beep, 5 beeps, 9 beeps. Each beep is an indication that tells you what's going on with the scooter. You can easily look it up on Google, Go-Go error codes, and it'll tell you. But today we're talking about the most common problem, and that's the 5-beep code. And I'd like you to listen here. When I turn this on, it will start beeping 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it'll be a pause, and it'll do it again. The scooter will not go when I put it into gear or hit the ignition, the clutch. And people call up and say, my scooter's not working. The most common problem for that is right back here in the rear end, you will see a yellow lever, and it'll have a lock and unlock position. In car technology terms, that's called neutral and drive. You need to be in the lock position. But you notice, somebody says, well, I put it in, and it's still not going and beeping. The car, just like the scooter, has to be turned off and reset. Now that we put it into drive, we turn it on, and now no more beeping. And if you notice, we put it in gear, the scooter drives forward and back. That is the number one reason. But more often than not, we will still have that same beeping going on. Even after we reset it, it's still doing that. And people say, it hasn't fixed it. What's the problem? 90+% of the time, it's going to be this. Right here is your transaxle, which is the back end of this scooter. This is what it looks like with the cover and the wheels off of it. So if you were to go on your scooter over here and take the back end off, this back wheel you're going to undo with a bolt, and you're going to expose this portion of the scooter, which is your clutch. That's the little yellow arm. We just took the yellow off here, but this here is your clutch assembly, like you see in the back, but the wheel and the shroud is off. In normal practice, you would only take the wheel off, exposing this right here. Now I want you to zoom in real close. I'm going to show you. On the back, you'll see this little white guy right here. It's a piece of plastic. Now watch when I go into gear. It presses it in. The number one thing that happens over time, especially in hot areas like Arizona, Nevada, or even Florida, you'll get dust and crud up inside here. So this here, even though it looks like it's coming out, has got crud in there, keeping the connectors off. So it's giving the signal to the computer module or the controller that it's still in neutral. The best thing you can do is get a can of WD-40 or silicone spray, and you're going to spray right up in here. And the best thing I always recommend doing is take a small Phillips head screwdriver and take these 2 screws and loosen it and push this back a little. And then spray in there good, and while this is pushed all the way back, hold it with your finger and tighten it down. Once that's done, then you're going to take this lever and go like this real quick 3 or 4 times to loosen that up. 9 times out of 10, that's going to solve your 5-beep error code. What I've learned over the years of working on this, many technicians simply tell the customer this assembly, what we call the transaxle, is faulty or bad and they need a new one. Just that part alone is $745 our cost. So before you go and put in a whole new back end, in most cases they're going to tell you, buy a new scooter. Don't. This simple little fix, 15 minutes of time, little elbow grease, 1 wheel removed and some spray, can save you $1,000 and a nightmare of problems. And I want to point that out to you because this GoGo, in my opinion, made by Pride, is the best mobility device on the market today, bar none, not open for discussion. I'm 100% disabled vet. I've been on these, I've used them, and I recommend them, and I stand behind the Pride product. It's an amazing product. The GoGo Sport is my favorite because of the wide tires. But whether you have a 3-wheel, a 4-wheel, the base model, or the Sport, keep in mind the back transaxle assembly is almost all identical. Some might be rated different for weight, but overall, the technology is exactly the same. So don't go spend hundreds of dollars, run it into a shop that are going to charge you $80 to $100 an hour. Check it out yourself, little WD in there, move it back and forth. It's going to save you at least $750 for a transaxle, plus their markup and their hourly rate. Again, my name's Michael Prescott. I'm here with Bill and Amy for Pinnacle Mobility Scooters. We hope that helps you out. We look forward to seeing you on our next training video. Take care and be safe.